Hi, today I wanted to jump into the future and talk a little bit about environments and triggers as part of mind development. Now, why are we jumping into the future? We talked about the five-phase process of developing an unstoppable mind. We talked about inspiration, understanding the mind, protecting, resetting, and reprogramming. And recently, we've been covering the inspiration part of the mind development. Now, what about if we jump to the future here, right into the reset phase, and have a bit of flavor? What does it mean to reset the mind? Now, let's do that. Let's jump right into this section, reset the mind, and talk about conquering behaviors, for example, just to get a bit of flavor. So today I wanted to talk about environments and triggers. Now, this is an amazing topic to understand. And this author here, Marshall Goldsmith, he's a brilliant author. Now, when I read this book, Triggers, by this person, I realized something big. And what this something is, once you understand what it is, you'll never, ever feel the same way when it feels like someone is trying to get under your skin, all right? Or something is happening, something is triggering your negative behavior. Now, what Marshall is saying is that we all have environments. Now we have home, in the morning we jump into the car, we hit the road, and sometimes we have road rage, sometimes not. Then we are at work or we are running our business. It's another environment, right? These are all environments, if you think about it. Then we might get together after work, we can meet certain people, we can go to events, we can go shopping. All of these are different environments. Now, what the author is saying as well is that these environments have triggers. Now, those orange dots are triggers, and these triggers can irritate us. Now, let me just stop the video and fast forward to this section to put it into perspective. 1:15, yep. All right, so for example, let's take the road as the environment. So what often happens is, here's a bit of traffic, we're on the road, and someone cuts us, this green guy here on the green car, right? So what do we do? This is a trigger. This is a trigger. The event of cutting us is the trigger. And then we have coarse language, we use our headlights, and then if we're traveling with a spouse and we just discuss it, we cannot let it go for potentially a few hours. It irritates us like crazy, and the trigger is the event. Okay, now if we go back to the diagram here, let me find that diagram with orange dots. Yeah, right here. Now, the reason we wanted to talk about environments and triggers is it's very important to understand that all of us have multiple environments in our lives, and these environments have certain triggers. For example, at work, you might have a boss, and this boss is very demanding or unreasonable, and there is a lot of tension happening all the time. But if you start thinking about it, when and why it happens, there is always a trigger that leads to this heated conversation. Same at home with kids. If you have kids, if they do stupid things, now very often some triggers make them behave disrespectfully. If you identify those triggers, you can prevent those situations from happening, or you can respond in a much better and much more constructive way. So if you look at your environment, if you understand them, and you identify your triggers that make you feel bad or do things that you regret doing later on, it'll help you improve your quality of life dramatically just by understanding and becoming aware of the environments and triggers within those environments. So that's pretty much it. Hi, Peter. Thanks for watching. That's pretty much it. That's what we wanted to talk about today. Environments and triggers. Very important to understand. Thanks for watching.